Larry Lynn, and in the ring at this time, the spokesperson for Sports Entertainment Extreme, Glenn Gilberti.
D'Lo Brown, tonight is the biggest night of your life. Tonight, you are wrestling Jeff Jarrett for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. And D'Lo, if you can come on out here right now, I'd like to give you a little pep talk and let you know what you can expect.
And keep in mind the stipulation to this title match. If D'Lo Brown is successful,
me. Not the only friend you got in this company.
If D'Lo Brown defeats Jeff Jarrett, the championship belt becomes the property of Sports Entertainment Extreme.
I'd like to talk to you face to face. If you're not going to come out, I can understand that. You're not stupid. You're not stupid, and it's very difficult for you right now to trust anybody around here. But let me tell you something about Jeff Jarrett, D'Lo, and tell you about what's in Jeff Jarrett's mind right now. Jeff Jarrett is an egomaniacal, paranoid, great wrestler. But he's not as great as he thinks he is. And he gets nervous. And when he gets nervous, he reacts like he's been reacting, D'Lo. I'm talking about last week when Jeff Jarrett hit you in the back with a chair and busted you open and sent you to the hospital for the night.
It's like, what, 12 stitches or something like that, Mike?
You turned your back on Jeff Jarrett for 1 second, D'Lo, and look at how he treated you. Would you treat Jeff Jarrett like that? Hell no. When it comes down to it, Jeff Jarrett is not a good guy. The only reason Jeff Jarrett is a good guy is because he's wrestling in his hometown right here in Nashville, Tennessee. And these rednecks buy his bullshit.
Whoa. Strong words.
See, Jeff Jarrett is scared of you, D'Lo, because he knows you're an equal and he knows you can take the belt from him. The best way I can analyze it for you, D'Lo, is if you see the movie Star Wars, Jeff Jarrett is Anakin Skywalker getting ready to become Darth Vader and go over to the dark side, D'Lo. Tonight, Jeff Jarrett can bring Dusty Rhodes, Chris Harris, and James Storm, or whoever wants with them tonight. But I will tell you what, Sports Entertainment Extreme is here to fight for you, D'Lo. We have got your back because Sports Entertainment Extreme backs down from nobody. So, D'Lo,
oh, look out! AJ Styles from the back, and AJ obviously still upset about losing his shot at the NWA title a couple of weeks ago, thanks to Glenn Gilberti, and here we go!
They are brawling, Mike. They're brawling outside the ring, and you know what? AJ has the right to be mad at Gilberti, and last week he challenged Gilberti, and Gilberti ducked it. Gilberti sent Mike Sanders out to the ring, and now AJ saw him out there, and he said he's not going to be Jeff right now, Mike. He took matters into his own hands.
It's payback time for AJ Styles, and he's gaining his retribution now against Glenn Gilberti. Over the safety rail, into the crowd here at the TNA Asylum.
I'll tell you what, and a lot of people believe this, and I mean you have to because it was right in front of our eyes. Glenn Gilberti cost AJ Styles a chance to be the #1 contender in the match with Raven by slamming him through a table.
Did you just see that? AJ Styles springing off the steel ring steps, and Glenn Gilberti was prepared. He was ready for him. He nailed him in midair with a chair, and now the brawl continues among the fans here at the Asylum with Gilberti in control.
I tell you what, you got to give Gilberti credit. It looked like he was just so totally caught off guard that he was just going to get demolished, but he has somehow turned it around, Mike.
And you know, I can't blame AJ Styles for the attack.
No, me neither.
After what's happened to him in the past couple of weeks, the issue with Gilberti and Sanders a week ago, like you mentioned, the fact that Gilberti cost him a shot at the NWA World title 2 weeks back, and now Gilberti,
Man, did you see that? Gilberti took his shirt, wrapped it over his face so he couldn't see.
It was like a hockey fight. It was like he took a hockey jersey and put it over his head so that he has no vision.
Who is this Glenn Gilberti we're seeing right now? You just don't do that to AJ Styles. And he is literally manhandling him.
The action back into the ring with Gilberti raining down right hands to the top of the head of Styles.
Holy cow.
Now, here comes Raven.
Well, and you know, Raven just sits right there in the corner like he does. Oh, Styles, great kick for the comeback, Mike.
Raven, very interested observer, sitting in the corner, watching the action play out.
Well, you know, Raven's probably got a motor to the big two, Mike. He's got to watch D-Lo face Jim Jarrett tonight when he won that match.
You're right, that's a great point. Because it was Glenn Gilberti, if you recall from a week ago, that actually put D'Lo Brown into the title match tonight. In essence, he gave Raven's title shot to D'Lo Brown.
And then think about it, it was Gilberti that put AJ Styles to the table to make Raven #1 contender a few weeks ago. What cards is Gilberti playing?
And AJ Styles breaks away from security and attacks Gilberti again.
Oh,
What
man.
impact into the corner.
It's taking all 5 of the security right there to keep AJ off of him. But I'll tell you what a way to start the match. What a brawl. And I have to be honest with you, Gilberti just impressed the hell out of me right there by not backing down from AJ when AJ came on
And now, face to face, it's D'Lo from the back. D'Lo and Raven nose to nose. And you know what they have in common? They both want the NWA World title. D'Lo gets his shot tonight, and now the Harris brothers from the back. Out here to separate these two. Cooler heads prevailing. What a wild way to open up NWA TNA.
Well, you know Raven's got to be a little bit upset, and he has reason to be, but he was injured and couldn't have the title match. So D'Lo, because he negotiated,
Hey, John, earlier today, I had the chance to sit down and talk with both Jerry Lynn and Conan. Roll the tape. You two have been the center of controversy for several weeks here in NWA TNA. This ongoing dispute between the Lucha Libre style and the wrestlers of the X Division. This was originally scheduled to be a sit-down interview just with Jerry Lynn, but at your request, Conan, we've included you as part of this discussion, with the understanding that it is to remain a discussion and not become physical between you two.
Well, you know, Mike, I walk into the TNA production office and I see Jerry Lynn's sit-down interview, so I can only imagine what you're going to talk about. As usual, you're going to say that X Division is an extension of Lucha Libre. And the bottom line is this: I was in Mexico for 8 years wrestling and honing my craft, and all I ever saw there was Lucha Libre. I never saw any of this plotting American wrestling. In 96, 97, when the Luchador invasion comes to WCW, they start renaming everything now the Cruiserweight Division, the X Division. But the bottom line, Jerry Lynn, is that it's Lucha Libre.
You know, I don't know where the heat comes between the two of us. We go way back to 95, 96 in WCW, and we've never had a problem. And the fact is, you apparently aren't listening to a thing I'm saying or watching a thing I'm doing, because I've never had a problem with the Luchadors or the Luchador style. In fact, years ago, X-Pac and I would get together every day and watch Mexican tapes because we wanted to get better. And finally, we got an opportunity to go to Japan, work for Universal Pro, and wrestle some of the top Mexicans at the time, like Dos Caras, Los Brazos, the Villanos. So I've never had a problem with the Luchadors.
And I've always felt that the X Division here in NWA TNA just took that Lucha Libre style to another level.
Well, then let me tell you what my problem was, is then how come I had to fly in Mexican wrestlers so they would get a shot? How come we were never getting that type of props over here saying that the X Division was an extension? I never heard you say that before I got here, that it was an extension of Lucha Libre. That's the problem that I have.
What do you think, that I won't step in the ring because there's a luchador that I got to wrestle? Come on, you know me better than that. You know I'll step in the ring with anyone, especially a luchador, because I know I'll have a great match with him.
So you're trying to tell me is that you have a lot of respect for Lucha Libre, that you learned from Lucha Libre tapes?
Yeah, and Lucha Libre has a lot to do with the X Division.
Let's get to the bottom of this situation involving this so-called mystery luchador that came in after your match with Jerry Lynn last week. Judging by the look on your face, you were surprised, almost as if you didn't know anything about it. Jerry had other thoughts.
Well, you know what? Sitting here and hearing you admit that makes me respect you that much more. I'd never heard you say that before. But you know what? Depending on what you would have said tonight is depending on what I've done, what I would have done with what I'm about to give you. You see this, Jerry? This was from last week. Yeah, I was behind it because I was mad and I was angry. But I give you my word, I'm giving you this, that it won't happen again.
Jerry, tonight your opportunity to once again become X Division champion when you challenge Kid Cash for the belt.
Yeah, you know, it's about time we get a shot at Kid Cash. I mean, how long have I been the #1 contender here? And Kid Cash is no stranger. He's a hell of a competitor. We faced each other in ECW, and I'll tell you what, it's going to be a battle tonight, but the best man's going to win.
Let me interject.
Jerry, I was just going to say, Jerry, best of luck to you.
You know what? I want to wish you the best of luck.
Thanks, K-Dog.
Good luck.
You've earned your chance at the title shot. The only question is it going to be Jeff Jarrett or D'Lo Brown? Tonight, that'll be answered. It's obvious that you got a lot on your mind.
Fate can be a cruel mistress. To know since childhood that my destiny lay amidst the fallen carcasses of others. It's a very heavy burden to bear. It's an exceedingly heavy cross. You know, to know since childhood that my destiny is to be NWA World Heavyweight Champion. It is a burden that would crush most men. But see, I thrive on adversity. A lot of people have called me insane or crazy because I've gone through life with this knowledge. And yet, today, it's so hard to put into words, Goldie, because people don't understand what a crushing burden it is to have this way through life. I mean, the Dragon obviously called St. George a madman, but then given the Dragon's, shut up. I'm in the middle of saying something important. Would you please keep your noise to a minimum, sir?
He's got a lot on his mind.
You know, I'll tell you what, the people in Nashville are so, what's the word? They're such poor people, they're such trash that they talk over another man trying to speak his piece. I have a destiny, damn you people! I have a destiny! I am going to be NWA World Heavyweight Champion! And I don't give a damn if it's Jeff Jarrett or D'Lo Brown, and I don't give a damn if it's in front of you people. Show me the respect I deserve! Each and every one of you, you're all filthy slime beneath me. And if I had my druthers, I would never step foot in this filthy hick town again. But in order to wrest the crown from the man who is king, Jeff Jarrett, I will go wherever is necessary. I will walk through hell if I have to. I will walk through Nashville if I have to. Welcome to Raven's Clockwork Orange, House of Fun. Quote the Raven, nevermore.
And hello once again, everyone, from ringside. Mike Tenay, Don West. Obviously, Raven feels that it's his destiny to wear the NWA World's title, Don, but tonight, that World's Championship belt will be at stake. D'Lo Brown in the role of the challenger, Jeff Jarrett the champion, but there's more at stake, Don, than just the championship belt.
Oh, absolutely, Mike. Not only do we have the heavyweight championship belt at stake tonight, we heard it, the X Division championship tonight. Jerry Lynn finally gets his shot after waiting almost 2 months. Kid Cash, Jerry Lynn tonight for the X title also, Mike.
2 big title bouts tonight, and keep in mind, this World's Heavyweight Championship match, it's not just about that gold belt. It's about the power, it's about the control that goes along with that championship belt. And if D'Lo Brown is successful, the championship belt then becomes the property of Sports Entertainment Extreme. And what a huge shift in power that would be here on NWA TNA. You know, Don, it was 1 week ago on this program. Dusty Rhodes and David Flair battled it out in a bunkhouse match. What do you say we go back and take a look via video?
David Flair, Lawler, Eric Watts, don't respect the past. David Flair, you got something that your daddy wore. It didn't belong to him. It belonged to the NWA. NWA, Jackson Brown. I'm going to take that away from you. That belt means a lot to guys like me. Tradition, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, David Flair, you're going to be taught a lesson. I'm going to give that belt back. David Flair, you got something that your daddy wore. It didn't belong to him. It belonged to the NWA.
There's only one guy I know that's more upset than me, and that's Dusty Rhodes, because, you know, Dusty has told me, and I didn't know this till a couple of weeks ago, that there's only 3 of these belts that have actually been worn to the ring as a champion. Dusty Rhodes has one sitting on his mantle or trophy case. I guess Ric Flair used to. I'm assuming that David took it without his knowing. I don't know the whole story there, but it's a you know, David Flair even touching the NWA World Title belt is a bigger joke than Eric Watts being a challenger.
Another one of the next generation.
And he stole the belt back. The following contest is scheduled for one fall. About to make his way to the ring, being accompanied by David Flair from Memphis, Tennessee. He weighs in at 234 pounds. Brian Lawler. The common theme, Brian Lawler and David Flair, they have no right to that championship belt. They never earned that belt in a ring. That's David Flair's father's belt. I understand just 2/3 of the NWA's next generation in attendance tonight. Eric Watts, not here at the TNA Asylum. I get word that he's sent in a video that we'll look at later. And his opponent is one half of America's Most Wanted. This is Wildcat Chris Harris. Well, we saw Wildcat Chris Harris in singles competition 1 week ago in a matchup against D'Lo Brown. And from what I understand, Chris Harris went to the NWA TNA matchmakers. He asked for another one-on-one matchup. I think it's an effort here in his mind to prove himself, maybe even to prove to himself that he does belong as a top singles wrestler. And I think you talked to Tennessee Cowboy James Storm, his longtime tag team partner in America's Most Wanted, Don.
And he said that it was fine with him, that it was fine that Chris went out on his own and did this, and that there were no problems between them. I don't know, I have my doubts, but I really believe, Mike, and I believe this, that there at the end, when America's Most Wanted lost to the Disciples, and they lost to Triple X, and they just couldn't get that title back, I think Chris started to doubt himself a little bit, started to maybe doubt his ability, and I think this was the way he felt he could get it back.
I don't think he should ever doubt his ability. From what we've seen from the Wildcat Chris Harris since June of 2002 when NWA TNA debuted exclusively on pay-per-view, we have both been incredibly impressed with this young man. And Brian Lawler not taking too kindly to the crowd here at the TNA Asylum with their chants of Jerry's kid in reference to his father, Jerry the King Lawler.
Well, I'll tell you something, a very interesting matchup between these two.
And they do lock it up collar and elbow. Lawler grabs the side headlock, giving away quite a bit in height to Chris Harris, who sends him off into the ropes, but Lawler decks him, levels him. Harris able to leap over, and then able to avoid and duck the enziguri kick and nail him with a couple of lefts. Reversed into the ropes, duck the clothesline again. Exploded off the ropes to Chris Harris, and the Wildcat wells Brian Lawler, takes him down with the left arm lariat.
Well, you know,
Southpaw measures him, jacked his jaw with the right hand, that sent him up and over the top and down to the floor and right here to the broadcast position.
oh, man.
There's just no way to control this nut, is there?
I'll tell you what, he has just literally lost it. Absolutely lost it.
Got a towel out here. Back to the action in the ring while we try and towel off at ringside. Again, the left-hander, Chris Harris, measuring Lawler. Has him in the corner. Repeated shots before Lawler takes the cheap shot by raking the eyes.
Come on, boy!
Now Lawler springs out of the corner. Misses the cross-body block. Opportunity now for Harris, who goes top rope.
Here he goes,
Perched up on the top.
He's got it! Yeah!
Hits the cross-body block. Hook the leg. No, only a 2 count.
Unbelievable,
And
Mike.
from outside, David Flair hooks the leg of Harris, tripped him. We're trying to towel down here at the broadcast position. So we're sorry if we're slightly distracted from the action in the ring. Now it's again David Flair from outside, illegally interfering, choking Chris Harris. And that allows Brian Lawler to take over the advantage. Back to the offensive goes Lawler. Gonna take him up neck breaker. Out of the hangman's noose. Drops him straight down.
Just nailed him right there. Absolutely.
Lateral press goes for the pin. Harris uses the leg strength to kick out at 2.
Brian Lawler has got the advantage right here. Mike, I'm going to have to work on this headset here for me.
Yeah, Don, we need to get a new headset for Don, which we're taking care of. As Brian Lawler continues his offensive assault in the corner, gets right in the face of referee Rudy Charles. Back to the corner, big right hand by Lawler. Drops the elbow to the top of the head of Harris. And the Wildcat in severe trouble at this point. Lawler measures him and drives a right hand into the head.
I'll tell you what, Chris Harris wanted to come out here with a solo act, and he's having to face Brian Lawler at his best right now. Lawler needs to prove himself out here too. We haven't really seen him wrestle in a one-on-one match in a long time. Oh, beautiful left by Chris Wildcat Harris there, Mike.
And comes back with another left hand to the midsection. Momentarily doubled over Lawler, who fights back, but look at Chris Harris. Caught him with a left and another left. That one nailed him. This has turned into a slugfest.
They're just trading blows right now.
And
But
again,
Lawler, what, raked the eyes?
shortcut by Lawler. Out of the corner goes Harris, able to use his power and strength advantage.
Oh!
But
Just
walked right
nailed
into the super kick.
I mean, he just left. Wait a minute!
Big power slam that time by Harris. Lawler back to his feet, to the rope. Great elbow, with the back body drop.
Oh!
Motioning to the crowd.
Oh, another
Drops
one!
him on his head with the DDT. David Flair up on the apron. Rudy, look at this, he's got him pinned.
He's got him pinned, and Harris is just ticked off.
Rudy Charles being distracted by David Flair. Got the wrong man. We've just lost our monitor here at ringside. We'll call the action in the ring. Hook of the leg by Harris for a 2 count. Again, Flair in to break it up.
Oh, you know, there it is. Harris is ticked off.
He's got
with the interference.
David Flair by the hair. Look out! Lawler's got the belt. He ducked it. Goes man down. Goes Flair. Pull up 1, 2.
Can't believe Lawler kicked out of that fight. Can't believe it.
Neither can Chris Harris. An exasperated look on his face. Tug of war with the championship belt.
Oh!
Harris wins the tug of war.
Here it goes.
Catatonic on the way. Catatonic on the title belt.
Oh, he's got him.
Rolling
There's
over.
no way he's getting up.
He's got him pinned again. David Flair. Oh, the distraction again with Rudy Charles.
What?
Another. You can get him pinned for at least 3.
What is Wildcat Harris got to do here, Mike? He is ticked.
That's one thing he has to do.
That's right.
Take David Flair out of the equation.
I mean, oh!
Brian Lawler with the championship belt to the head of Harris.
No!
The winner of the match, Brian Lawler.
everything, Mike.
Had him beat on several occasions. But the repeated interference of David Flair.
I mean, you know, the catatonic alone, he had a pin for about 6 seconds.
The illegal use of that NWA championship belt that they don't even deserve to carry.
And now Flair's in there accepting his justice on Wildcat.
Yeah, and that proves the difference. Ridiculous.
Oh, man.
Yeah, not enough now. David Flair scoop and slam on Harris. Oh, come on. This is crap. Championship belt in place right around the head of Chris Harris. Lawler to the top.
Oh, man, somebody.
We don't need to see this.
Security, somebody.
Goggles in place and
Chris Harris.
drops down with the leg. The guillotine leg drop right onto the championship belt. And if we can get the camera, here it is on the dream. Dixie Rhodes to ringside. The former NWA World's Heavyweight Champion, the American Dream, a man who earned that belt in the ring. Double clothesline. Down goes Flair, down goes Lawler. Bionic elbow for both of them.
He levels Flair. He levels Lawler. Wait a minute. Backpedaling Lawler. And he's running out on the...
And Dusty's got the belt.
Finally.
Dusty's finally got the belt. Back in the hands of the rightful owner, a man who earned that. Watch out for Lawler from behind.
No, not again. Not again. He did this to him last week, Mike.
Lawler steals the belt again from Dusty. Dusty's asking for the microphone.
Whoa, 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 whoa. You two punk asses, just hold on a minute. Let me tell you something that you might not understand. I got to explain myself just a little bit. I got a letter from a young man out of Los Angeles, California that watches NWA, TNA every Wednesday night. He say I'm about 16 years old. Some of you guys that run around with me don't understand what you're saying, so I'm gonna make it simple, real simple. This is what tradition is. Tradition is if somebody was to go over to Babe Ruth's house, everybody know who Babe Ruth was, and they knock, 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 knock on the door, and Mrs. Babe comes up, and they say, excuse me, Mrs. Babe, but we're going to go in the closet there and get some of Babe's shit.
Hey, Lawler, you're a twin, you faggot.
They would have an ass-kicking coming. You don't go get the Babe trophies and wear them around the mall like you two punk asses do. How about going to Muhammad Ali's house and saying, excuse me, Mr. Ali, I'm going to go in your closet and get one of your old belts. How about that? That's tradition. That's what I'm talking about. Let me tell you something else. I'm laying in a pool of blood in Dallas, Texas when I was 19 years old. Fritz Von Erich had to claw my head till my eyes looked like two holes in a bowling ball. My brain was just about coming out of my head. My skull was split in two. But when I got to the back, I say, someday I'm going to earn a shot at the world heavyweight champion. I'm not going to carry it around. I'm not going to walk through the mall with it on. I'm not going to be a daddy's boy. I'm going to say it again because that was pretty good, y'all ready? I'm not going to be a daddy's boy. All right, there's two daddy boys there. I'm going to take that back from you. I jump out now, get all over you. But let me tell you, I'm bringing that back to tradition. And the bottom line is, you can't, hey, I might have to go get me a posse. You know what I mean? Y'all want to be part of my posse? Anybody want to be a posse? Anybody want to be a posse? I can't hear you.
Are you part of my posse?
Dusty Rhodes, you couldn't get posse if you were the last man on earth.
Oh, I've had a little posse in my life. There's been some time when this old man had a little posse, and I would talk to him.
Hey, you got that right. You said it right. You said, when this old man. Oh yeah, this old man. But what you forgot to say was, this old fat man.
Oh yeah, oh that killed me. Oh, that hurts so bad to call me fat. Oh, I can barely get over here.
Well, I'll tell you what does hurt,
Let me get over
Dusty Rhodes. I know that it hurts you deep down that I am walking around with this NWA world title that has so much tradition and so much nostalgia. Back when you was something. But let me tell you something. You're old news. I am the present. I am the future. And I am the one holding this belt. And possession is 9/10 of the law.
Well, why don't we get it on in a bunkhouse match up here? Why don't we get it on a bull rope? Why don't me and you just get it on? My posse want to see it right now, anytime.
What do you say, Lawler?
Dusty, do you think I'm stupid? That's what you tricked
Yeah, pretty much.
my partner in crime into last week. You wanted to have it your way. A bunkhouse match, which is your match. Well, I'll tell you what. I hold the belt. I make the decisions. I'll be more than happy to give you a shot at this belt. But under my stipulations.
Anything you want. I know, Keith, I know what you're saying. We're going a little long here, but the young man's kind of winded because he really don't know what he's talking about.
Okay, Dusty.
You got it. Anything
Okay,
you
Dusty.
want.
Anything I want? Okay, here it is. Next week, you can have a shot at this belt. Me, you, in a ladder match.
A ladder match?
Oh, yeah. How about that? A ladder match, fat man. I would pay, oh my gosh, I would pay thousands of dollars to get to see Dusty Rhodes trying to climb a ladder. Oh my gosh. How about it, Dusty? You've been in every match in the book. You ever been in a ladder match?
Been in thousands of matches.
I don't think so.
Thousands of matches in his
Because
career.
you can't climb a ladder. You want this belt? That's what it is. A ladder match. Take it or leave it.
Has he ever been in a ladder match,
Not to my knowledge.
I will not only take it, I will get some tips from the master himself, who's got to have tapes on a ladder match. I'll go and get tapes from Keith Mitchell. I'll come out here next week, take that title back for tradition, and stick that ladder all the way up your... About my posse. Hey,
Well,
Mike,
I'm wondering if Dusty's falling into a trap at this point.
Good.
What is he thinking, Mike? What is he
It's
thinking?
gotten that personal that he's not thinking straight. Standing by right now, I understand in the back we have Goldilocks along with Sandman and Perry Saturn. Goldie, all yours.
Sandman and Saturn, look, I know you have a six-man match tonight against the Harris brothers and Christopher Daniels, but up until now, no light has been shed as to who your partner is.
Who our partner is, let's talk about the important thing, SEX. Where do they get off calling themselves extreme? You can't join a revolution after a war's already been fought. The Sandman's had a cigarette burning in the window for a week. Another one of our brothers are here, and today we get extreme.
Hold on, guys. Hold on, look. I've got the answer to your prayers right here. I always repay my debts. You covered me last week. I'm going to cover you this week. Pick of the litter. Killdozer Brian Lee, my Maniac Slash, take your pick. It doesn't matter.
Red guy, don't you understand? Perry said we've got the situation covered.
What the hell's he talking about? Saturn. Did I not bring you in here last week?
And your point is?
Oh, I can see there's no discussion then, is there? I guess there's some times in a man's life when he has to take things into his own hands.
I don't know if that's supposed to be a threat or a promise, but if you want, bring your shit.
The following contest is ladies' action from the NWA Total Non-Stop Action. About to make her way to the ring, this is Alexis Lurie. Well, Don, kind of a shocking situation there in the back with Sandman and Perry Saturn declining the help of Father James Mitchell. We know about a six-man tag later tonight. The Harris brothers and Christopher Daniels against Sandman, Saturn, and a third man. But obviously, it's not going to be one of the disciples of the new church. Who's it going to be?
Well, I mean, that's just it. If it's not Slash or Killdozer Brian Lee, who's he going to bring in?
And her opponent from Strong Island, New York, this is Trinity.
Well, Mike, we saw this brewing last week between Trinity and Alexis Lurie, and it came to a head. There's only one way to solve it, and that's to get both of them in the ring right here tonight.
Opposite sides of the ring 1 week ago in a tag team match, but now it's time to put them in the ring in singles competition. One-on-one, Trinity and Alexis Lurie. Let's see who's the better of the two.
Mike, I got to tell you, I was talking to Alexis Lurie before the match, and I was like, how are you going to stop Trinity? What are you going to do with her high-flying maneuvers? You know she's a stunt woman. You know she's been in many movies doing stunts. How do you stop it? And she said, I've got to ground her. Literally, that was her game plan. She said, I've got to keep her out of the air.
Makes sense. Now let's see if Alexis Lurie is able to take that game plan and implement it in the ring against Trinity. We saw Alexis Lurie debut 1 week ago on this program. She's been wrestling for 4 years out of Richmond, Virginia. Trained by some of the big names in our sport. She's been in the camps of Dory Funk Jr., Ricky Steamboat, Bobby Eaton, Ricky Morton, all in an effort to learn her craft to make it here to NWA, TNA, and Trinity. Wow. Nice move out of the fireman's carry. Takes her down, rolls her over, and works on the arm.
Her athletic ability is just off the charts, Mike. I mean, you know, like, well, wait a minute. Oh, unreal.
Flying head scissors takeover, and Alexis Lurie was sent head first into the canvas, and she's calling timeout.
Whatever the game plan was she started with at this point, she's not been able to use it. I'll tell you something. You know, this is the first time I can remember seeing Trinity out here without Kid Cash.
Well, you know, we talked about this for the past couple of months, it seems. I think Kid Cash has held the belt something like 7 weeks. How many times in that 7-week reign has Trinity been there to either help him retain the title, take a bullet for Kid Cash, almost repeatedly?
That's right.
The point where they've become inseparable here, but you're right. It is odd to see Trinity out here without Kid Cash accompanying her to the ring.
Well,
or vice versa.
Absolutely. Don't forget, folks, coming up here later tonight, NWA World Championship belt, D'Lo Brown, Jeff Jarrett. It's going to be incredible.
Title on the line, as well as the power and control that goes along with it. Keep in mind, if D'Lo Brown is successful, if D'Lo Brown defeats Jeff Jarrett to win that title, Sports Entertainment Extreme, in my mind, takes over.
Yeah, they do.
Because they'll have the championship belt, and they will have the power, the authority, and the control that goes along with that most prestigious title. Great dropkick, basement style by Alexis Lurie.
Well, Mike, her game plan has now gone in motion, and she is effectively almost did it.
Got a 2 count on Trinity. You're right, real close to getting the pin and the win.
They look so similar in bodies out there, but they have definitely different styles. Whoa!
Vertical suplex takeover, floats over into a pin and gets a 2 count. I think Trinity probably has a little bit of a height advantage on Alexis Lurie. And you're right, you mentioned the contrast in styles between the two, where Alexis Lurie is hoping to ground Trinity.
And doing it with kicks to the midsection every chance
like
she gets.
Just knee lifts to the face as well. And so far, the game plan, the strategy that she had pre-match, well, she's been able to use until Trinity fights back. Forearm shots.
This has become a brawl right now, Mike.
Fans solidly behind Trinity, who charges at Alexis Lurie, who sidesteps her and tosses her between the ring ropes out to the arena floor.
I don't know who's been helping Alexis Marie, get prepared for Trinity. Obviously, she's been listening to so many people that have been in the ring with her. Think about Amazing Red, who brought her out here last week. Obviously, she's done her homework, Mike.
And keep in mind that they were in the ring quite a bit of the time last week in that tag team match.
Well, right now, the advantage is definitely in Larie's favor, as she has somehow, some way, effectively taken Trinity out of her game. Completely.
And goes for the cover.
Here it is.
Hooks the leg. And another 2 count. You're right, Don. It's one thing to talk about grounding the opposition an hour or 2 before the match. It's another to make that stand up in the ring. Trinity goes for the boot to the midsection. Stop. Blocked by Alexis Marie. Alexis Marie on target with the enziguri. Nonchalant cover, and that costs her.
She's using a style that even Trinity hasn't seen with the X Division opponents that she's been out here with when she's been with Kid Cash watching, what he faces.
Back to the offensive. Goes Alexis Marie. Trinity in trouble here in this match. She's just not been able to get on track.
The crowd definitely behind Trinity, and she's going, oh, beautiful kick right there. She needs something.
Marie telegraphs the back body drop. Trinity connects first with a drop kick, then a clothesline. Spin kick. She gonna go high risk?
You know she is.
Tough to ground her when you're down in the mat, and Trinity is climbing to the top rope. Gonna settle now for the middle rope.
No.
Nope. Going up one more floor to the top. Oh. Should have settled for the middle rope.
It was almost like she hesitated on what move she wanted to do there, Mike. And by hesitating like that, it gave Alexis Marie the time to get up there and counter that.
You're right, that momentary delay was all Laree needed. Attempted a superplex back into the ring, fought off by Trinity. Laree goes right back to it. And again, Trinity hooking the top rope, blocking the suplex, and again now just takes Laree, shoves her down to the mat.
And here she goes. She's not indecisive now. She knows what she wants to do. Totally missed it.
Went for the moonsault. Did not connect.
Trinity has just almost seemed unbeatable when it came to the women's competition here at TNA. And she is literally...
Now what? What is he doing out here?
Raven? Now what interest would Raven have in this match? As he goes to his customary position right there, Mike.
The interested observer in the corner, Raven looking on. The look on the face of Trinity tells the whole story. She's shocked.
And here comes
Kid Cash. Kid Cash looking on from the ramp. Trinity and Laree exchanging slaps, exchanging chops. To the ropes goes Laree.
Oh, beautiful kick.
Got her with a great kick.
Oh, here it goes. 1, 2,
the winner of the match, Trinity. What an effort, what a performance.
Wait a minute. Holy cow.
Even flow DDT by Raven on Trinity. Kid Cash down the ramp.
Well, surely Cash is going to come to her aid.
He puts on the brakes.
Wait a minute, she's come to his aid how many times?
What a worm this guy. Did you see that?
He just walked off.
And Raven grabs Alexis Marie by the wrist.
And takes Alexis Marie out of here toward the Sports Entertainment Extreme locker room, Mike. What just happened?
Why? What is this about? Why is he taking her to the back? I saw what happened. Raven in the ring after Trinity wins, drops her on her head with the DDT, and then Kid Cash comes out. You would expect Kid Cash to offer some assistance. Yeah, how many weeks in a row has she taken a bullet for him? How many weeks in a row has she interfered to allow him to win and keep the title? And he turned his back on her.
Obviously, the jealousy that Kid Cash is feeling every time Raven gets a praise and applause is wearing him out.
Standing by with Goldie is the NWA champ, Jeff Jarrett.
Jeff, I want to get a few words with you tonight about your world title match. But before we get into that, I just got to say, some people have been commenting on the fact that you seem to be acting different as of late, that you're kind of a changed man.
Some people, huh? Name names, Goldie. Some people. I don't want to hear any rumor mill, gossip BS. Name some names. Tell me who.
I don't know, Jeff. Just some of the boys were commenting here.
Some of the boys. Now you're one of us. Now you're going to give me some wrestling jargon, only being around the business 9 months. Is that what this is all about? You're one of us now,
no,
Goldie.
That's not, Jeff, that's not what I'm saying at all. I apologize. That's not what I meant. How can I say this? Last week with Eric Watts, you sold the fact that you were going to be at a charity event, and then you showed up here and you hit him from behind.
Goldie, what are you implying? What are you implying? You want to be one of the boys? Well, I'll give you a little taste of one of the boys. You better watch your cute little ass around me, because it's not beneath me to kick it.
My God.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is six-man tag team action. About to make their way to the ring, first of all, from Los Angeles, California, he is one half of the NWA World Tag Team Champions and 1/3 of Triple X. This is the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels, and his tag team partners at a combined weight over 600 pounds, Big Ron and Heavy D, the Harris Brothers. Wow, I've got to react to that situation with Jeff and Goldilocks. You know, Jeff Jarrett is not only on edge tonight, I think he's over the edge. I think all these forces coming from every angle.
Well, Mike, it's like we said, everybody's after him. Everybody. Raven, AJ, everybody.
And their opponents. First of all, from Atlanta, Georgia, Perry Saturn. And his tag team partner from Philadelphia, the Sandman. And who's the third man going to be?
Well, they said they didn't need the Disciples of the New Church's help, and Sandman goes through the crowd, doing his entrance, and the crowd loves. And wait a minute.
Blackout here in the TNA Asylum. The lights are out. You're right. We saw earlier where the Disciples of the New Church offered their help. It was declined by Perry Saturn and Sandman. They obviously had... Oh, yeah! Oh, no! Look who it is! From the Gangsters, it's New Jack! Oh! New Jack! Oh, I got it! Sandman has finally recruited somebody that's equally as crazy, equally as violent, and equally as out of control as he is.
Oh, man! Now we know why the Sandman turned down Father Mitchell's help! Because New Jack is in town!
Now I get the extreme connection. Perry Saturn, Sandman, New Jack. They were all a part of ECW, Extreme Championship Wrestling.
Do you feel like you're going back in time, Mike?
Wow. I think they brought that ECW connection forward in time to 2003 here at the TNA Asylum.
I don't know what Big Ron and Heavy D and Christopher Daniels were thinking and who they were going to be facing, but you know they couldn't have been prepared for what they just got to see today. No way.
And here we go. Wow.
As Saturn and Daniels are in the ring.
And again, this has to put the Harris Brothers and Christopher Daniels at somewhat of a disadvantage, not knowing who that third man was going to be. Now we all know at the same time that it is New Jack. Perry Saturn just uses a released German suplex on Christopher Daniels and dropped the Fallen Angel on his head.
That's what I love about TNA, Mike. That's what I love. You never know what's going to happen. You never know who's going to show up. It could be anybody. Last week it was Perry Saturn. This week it's New Jack. Unreal.
The shocks, the surprises that go along with NWA TNA flowed over by Daniels. Rams Saturn into the corner, and that allows the Harris Brothers, Big Ron and Heavy D, to double team on Saturn.
Oh, look how Christopher Daniels used the ref as a shield, and then just beautiful timing right there. I'll tell you what, love him or hate him. We did. I'll tell you what, love him or hate him, Christopher Daniels is one of the most exciting wrestlers that's ever been in NWA TNA, Mike. You have to agree with that.
And look how quickly. Double springboard into the moonsault. Goes for the pin. And Saturn able to kick out at 2.
Of course, it's a lot easier to do that to your opponent after 600 pounds of pure brotherhood like Big Ron and Heavy D beating on you like that, like they did to Saturn.
Daniels saw the back body drop coming, but Perry Saturn is able to answer. He's able to counter the move. Saturn to his feet, measuring Daniels. Big right hand took him down. Measures him again. Third time running forearm smash, and there's one for Ron Harris and an elbow for Heavy D.
Oh! Well, wait a minute, here he is! Here we got a brawl in the middle!
I wondered how long it was going to take before the match evolved into this.
Mike, I can't even believe we actually got a couple minutes of this single action in the middle of the ring.
Referee Andrew Thomas says, turn him loose, let's go!
Well, would you stop him? No
Are you
way.
kidding? Battle all over the asylum. Nobody's in the ring. 3 separate fights throughout the asylum as we try and go wide with a camera shot. I don't even know if that's going to work.
Well, you have Big D and Saturn in the middle of the ring right now. I thought I saw Big Ron and New Jack. Daniels and Sandman.
Paired off.
We're going to try to get camera action to follow it, folks.
Good luck.
It's darn near impossible with what you've got going on right here. It's right there in front. You can see Sandman and Christopher Daniels brawling. Oh!
Saturn unleashes the dropkick, goes for the pin, gets 2.
Obviously, referee Andrew Thomas drew the short straw on this one to be forced to do this match. There's no way I'd want to get in the middle and try to control this.
Big boot from Heavy D, Don Harris. Stops Perry Saturn in his tracks. Advantage to Sports Entertainment Extreme. Running clothesline in the corner. Rock Perry Saturn. You see Daniels and Sandman out here on the floor. Someplace else in the back of the asylum, New Jack and Ron Harris are fighting.
I don't even know if the cameraman's even been able. There they are right there. Right there in front of the tables, you've got New Jack and Big Ron.
They're battling in the back. The other 4 in the ring. A wild and out of control situation this has turned into, just like we expected.
Well, New Jack was pointing upstairs, and I saw tables, so I'm going to put 2 and 2 together.
Well, and you're going to come up with 4 because he's headed to the top.
There it is.
From the balcony.
Holy cow.
New Jack now climbing the rail.
He's up at the top. Wait a minute. Brian Lee.
Brian Lee threw New Jack off.
Oh, that's your revenge. That's your revenge right there.
They declined.
And Brian Lee is attacking Lee. It slams him into a table.
Pretty obvious the disciples of the new church are playing no favorites here.
No.
They don't care for either team.
No, they did their act of kindness. They offered one of theirs to help Saturn and Sandman. Sandman turned it. Oh, beautiful kick by Daniels through the ropes. That was incredible.
What a statement from Father James Mitchell and Brian Lee. And the disciples is in the ring. The pin attempt is a 2 count before Daniel pulls referee Andrew Thomas out of the ring.
Oh, did you see Sandman out here? Wait a minute. What just happened in the ring if we could get to it? Oh, man.
Slash with a steel chair.
And he just got leveled.
Took out Don Harris, then Perry Saturn kicked the chair into the head of Slash. Death Valley driver by Saturn for 1, for 2, for 3.
The winners of the match, the team of Sandman, Saturn, and New Jack.
Wow, was that thing out of control?
What just happened?
It was like a train wreck.
And it's still, I mean,
and still, look at this.
Oh, wait a minute.
That's, look who this is. That's the man that was formerly Bart Gunn in the WWF. That's Mike Barton. Multiple-time WWF Tag Team Champion. He's been wrestling for the past couple of years in the Orient in Japan with All Japan and New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Where did he
and he's
come
just
from?
come from the back, and he bombs Perry Saturn.
Where did he come from?
Saturn knocked. I mean, I don't know if we can draw any conclusions, but look at the T-shirt that Mike Barton is wearing.
I was getting ready to say he's got a Sports Entertainment Extreme shirt on.
I guess that tells the story.
But I didn't see him come from that direction.
I didn't see where he came from. I think he came from the ramp area or from the back.
I'll tell you.
Wow. Goldilocks standing by in the back. She has the X Division champ, Kid Cash. Goldie, it's yours.
Kid Cash, I know you've got a very important match tonight with Jerry Lynn, but before we get into that, I have to ask you, with all of the help that Trinity has given you, where were you tonight in her hour of need? Help.
Help. You saying she helped me or something? Are you blind? Can you see? Hello? Do you see what's hanging over my shoulder?
Yeah.
What's it called? Can you say? Can you speak it? Say something. It's called the X Division Championship of the World. Okay? It doesn't hang over Trinity's shoulder. It hangs over mine. And as far as that goes, I've told her to stay out of the ring. Her place is in the corner. All right? She's taken it upon herself to come down there and get involved. Hell, you know what? She's been taking it upon herself to get herself over, trying to steal my spotlight. I'm the champion. She's not. So as the champion, I feel my responsibility is from now on to show her and you where her place really is.
Answer the question, son. That's all I want you to answer. Where the hell were you? Look, Chris, you're the one who...
Back to the ring.
Career. So go have your finish for that. The following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. About to make his way to the ring representing Sports Entertainment Extreme. He hails from the Isle of Samoa. Weighs in at 242 pounds. Being led to the ring by Desire. This is the ace in the hole, Sonny Siaki.
Well, Kid Cash, I think, answered some of the questions that we had, Don.
Yes, and
doesn't want to share the spotlight.
You know, I'm surprised he was so honest about it. He basically just came out and said, hey, I don't need her. This is her place. I do it on my own.
At the same time, I've got another question. Was that James Storm and Chris Harris that I heard arguing in the background of that interview?
It sounded like a Wildcat for sure. I couldn't tell you the argument, but I think it was Storm.
And his opponent from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 222 pounds, David Young.
And this is a return match from 7 days ago. David Young, Sonny Siaki. I think that sign really says it all. David Young, about time. It was a no contest when David Young and Sonny Siaki battled last Wednesday here on NWA TNA. And how about this? This is an NWA ruling.
Well, we saw what happened last week when they ended up handcuffing David Young and Siaki. Literally just brutalized Athena right there in front of him and made him watch. So they, if I'm understanding this right, Mike,
and you are,
they're going to handcuff Desire and make her watch the match?
Absolutely. This has been determined by the NWA, by the National Wrestling Alliance. You talked about what happened during that David Young-Sonny Siaki match a week ago. David Young handcuffed to the ropes, Sonny Siaki with the Siaka lips on Athena. The ring attendant, our ring attendant here at this time, and here we go!
Man alive!
Wow!
Did you see David Young?
The fire is back!
Oh!
In the gut of David Young! Hits
Wow.
the hurricane opening fire! Sent Siaki back first into the steel!
He saw that Siaki was distracted by what was happening with Desire as she was getting handcuffed to the rope, and he just took advantage of it. And Mike, that was a thing of beauty. For a big guy the size of David Young, I can't believe he's got that kind of agility.
And David Young, normally known for his power moves like the spine buster.
No, and he has one. Whoa. Holy cow, this thing is on.
He just speared Siaki out of his boots.
That looked like Brian Urlacher right there stopping the run, man. That was incredible. Whoa.
Now Young rolls Siaki back into the ring, goes for the pin, and gets a 2 count from referee Rudy Charles.
And this all started because he was chivalrous and took on the honor of Athena. Oh, man.
Right, that goes back even a couple of weeks before that with Siaki's attack on Athena.
And this has become personal now. It's between Siaki and Young, and they have forced Desire to be handcuffed to the rope and walk.
I think that's a good call by the NWA. This prevents the illegal outside interference on the part of Desire.
I will say this, though, looking out in the crowd and seeing the guys, so many guys wish they were that rope right now that she's handcuffed to, you got to admit. Hey, that's just the facts.
Springing to the top. Split leg moonsault that time by Siaki. Doesn't go for the pin attempt. I think that would hurt him about as much as it hurt Young. Now goes for the cover, and that's just 2.
I'll tell you what, these guys, since this feud has started, have put on incredible wrestling matches out here, and they are just, it is serious work between these two. Look at this. And there's a fire in David Young that we've been seeing lately that we just didn't see early on in his career, and we're seeing it now, but then again, oh man.
You know, it's a fire that many of us who've watched David Young's career for many years expected when he came on the scene here in NWA TNA. You're right. We didn't see it, but now it's It's finally, I think, his opportunity to shine that sign that says it is about time. David Young being granted the opportunity as Siaki goes for the pin. No, only 2.
Well, I'll tell you what, David Young is here to stay. I mean, he has got one of the greatest moves I've ever seen in that spine buster, and he has really showed himself well here in NWA TNA. But right now, he's taking it from the ace in the hole, buddy, Sonny Siaki. Oh, whoa!
Running sit-out powerbomb by David Young. A desperation move as he came charging out of the corner. But it certainly worked for David Young. Siaki in trouble.
And keep in mind, and what is really neat, is the fact that David Young is able to have this match fair and square with Siaki because Desire is handcuffed to the rope and cannot do anything to interfere.
It evens things up. It makes it a one-on-one equal contest. That's what the NWA had in mind. Out of the corner. That's Buster from Siaki. Going to try and beat him with his own move.
Well, buddy, he caught it almost perfectly. And Siaki is going to... He got it. No! He caught... Oh, what a move by Siaki. Thought he was going to beat David Young with David Young's own finisher.
Young back to his feet. Siaki shoots him off into the ropes.
Oh, wow!
Siaki lips that time.
By Young!
So we've now seen both men use the other's finishing hold. Let's see if David Young can get the pin. 1, 2, and...
I'll tell you what, it's almost their way of saying, hey, anything you can do, I can do better. The only thing was they couldn't finish him off, though, Mike. But Young is going to the top.
High risk.
Oh, he got it.
No! Couldn't nail the moonsault. Siaki still has fuel in the tank and able to roll out of the way and avoid the contact.
Here it is. Oh, Young fights out of it.
Countered it. Siaki does the clothesline and took the knee out.
Oh, he did. He went right for it.
Perfectly executed drop kick. Mahi Straw,
here it is.
roll up.
2.
Block by David Young. David Young got him.
What? Yes! Siaki cannot believe it.
The winner of the match.
He can't believe it.
David Young.
Siaki is in total bewilderment. He cannot believe that David Young countered that and got the pin, Mike.
Siaki went for the cradle. David Young blocked it, pinned him, and then he clipped him from behind.
Well, after everything that Siaki has done.
And here comes Athena, and she's got handcuffs.
Oh, yeah. Little payback for her.
And we've seen, of course, the connection between David Young and Athena in recent weeks, and
they're going to handcuff Siaki to the ropes this time.
Well, now we have Desire handcuffed to the ring ropes.
Siaki.
And Siaki handcuffed to the ring ropes. Now what are they going to do? David Young motioning for Athena to get into the ring.
Well, she deserves a little payback, Mike, after what she's had to go through. She deserved it. Wait a minute. What's...
Forcing referee Rudy Charles to... He said, give me the key to the handcuffs, and Rudy Charles turns over the key to David Young.
Oh, is he going to force Siaki to watch? Oh! That's a lot of nerve when you're handcuffed like that.
Desire fighting off. First the open hand slap.
And Athena takes the key. And Sonny Siaki can't do anything. He can't do anything but watch.
You having flashbacks from a week ago with the roles reversed?
Oh, man. She's trying to go over and help.
Good luck. Good luck, Desire.
She's yelling to the ref for a key. Not going to happen. Oh, look at Siaki. He's doing everything. I'll tell you what. Wait a minute. Oh! She just laid her out with a spine buster, Mike.
Little bit of redemption here for David Young and Athena. That's payback from a week ago.
Man, that's getting your revenge. Oh, Siaki doing everything he can, but it's too late. As David Young throws the key in the ring and walks out.
Wow, perfectly plotted strategy from David Young and Athena. They get their payback, they get their redemption, and then some. The Spinebuster lays out Desire. Don, stand by. I understand now that we are going to have a video package on the former NWA World Heavyweight Champion Ron the Truth Killings. Rolling.
I am a legend.
this ring, I am the shit bitch. In this ring, I am the stuntman superhero. You talk about brothers. You came out here weeks ago wanting an equal opportunity. Let me tell you something. A black man didn't win the world title. A man won the world title. Right. A man won the world title. You put it around your waist, it changed your life.
Oh! What the hell's going on here? You talk about Benedict Arnold! The truth! That's Ron the Truth Killing!
Has hit the ring and... Oh my God! Look who's with him! Who knows how much he weighs? 500 plus! And he came out with Killings!
What kind of a statement are they making, Mike? Look at this combination!
Whatever the message is, they just said it loud and clear!
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. About to make his way to the ring, representing Sports Entertainment Extreme, he is one half of the NWA World Tag Team Champions. This is Prime Time, Elix Skipper.
Interesting video package as we took a look at the history of Ron the Truth Killings here in NWA TNA. And he is going to provide the opposition for primetime Elix Skipper. One-on-one, the Truth is back at the asylum.
And his opponent from Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing in at 242 pounds. This is Ron the Truth Killings.
Interesting the way that Ron Killings makes his entrance from the crowd over the guardrail. What a return it was 1 week ago. We just saw it in the video package. Ron Killings coming to the ring with that giant 6'10", 500 plus pounds Nelson Knight.
Nelson Knight joined the Truth last week. I'll tell you, Mike, I am looking forward to this. Ron the Truth Killings back in the ring, one-on-one with who better than primetime Elix Skipper. This is a match made in heaven right here. Man, this is going to be something. Listen to the crowd. They are glad to see him in there, too.
Wow! Killings had asked for a microphone from ring announcer Jeremy Borash, and even before the opening bell, Elix Skipper goes on the offensive with the attack from behind, and Killings comes back, but Skipper comes charging off the ropes and takes him down with the shoulder block.
Whatever Killings had to say, Elix Skipper didn't want to hear.
I tell you, I would like to hear from Ron the Truth Killings. Think of the roller coaster ride that Ron the Truth Killings has had here in NWA TNA.
Oh,
he's been to the top as NWA World Heavyweight Champion, and many people think all the way to the bottom.
Well, I was going to say, Mike, at one point he was a forgotten man. I mean, people questioned his allegiance.
That's the part. That's the key when I talk about the bottom. The questioning of the allegiance to the NWA.
And I still don't know where his mind is. It's obviously, whatever it is, it's on his own. He's not sided with Sports Entertainment Extreme. He's not sided with tradition. He's just...
Think back on to the interrogator segment that we did with Ron the Truth Killings when we asked him, and what has that been, some 6 weeks ago, 7, 8 weeks ago, something like that, when we asked him about that allegiance between NWA, the tradition of the National Wrestling Alliance, and Sports Entertainment Extreme. It certainly upset him. And the fact that when he returned last week, we saw he and Nelson Knight on the attack against Sports Entertainment Extreme. They went after Christopher Daniels. They went after the Harris brothers. Now tonight, one-on-one competition against Elix Skipper from Sports Entertainment Extreme.
I think that what happened was that Ron the Truth Killings had just had it. He'd had it with everybody, questioning everybody, wondering what he was all about. And I think he just decided he's got to do it like he just did right there by throwing Skipper out of the ring. He's got to do it on his own. He's got to make his own statement, Mike. And whatever direction he's taking, it's obvious to me that he knows where he wants to go.
Truth is going to fly.
Oh, beautiful.
Suicide dive over the top rope. Crashing down on the Elix Skipper. We're going to take another look at that.
I'd like to see this again.
Replay on the right-hand side of the screen as he goes airborne.
Beautiful. Skipper tried to catch him, but the momentum was just too much. Slammed him to the ground, and he just throws him into the steps. Well, the Truth's making a statement right here, Mike.
And he's making that statement loud and clear to Elix Skipper. And I think to a lot of us that questioned his allegiance. I mean, we just wanted to hear from him. That he was with the tradition of the NWA.
And what's funny is a lot of the people here are probably confused, thinking, well, obviously he's back with tradition if he's taking on Sports Entertainment Extreme. Not so.
I don't know if that's the case.
I don't believe it is. I mean, we saw him take Jeff Jarrett and slam him down to the man a couple weeks ago. He just wants back. He wants his title back.
I think he's his own man.
That's right. He's his own man, and he wants his title that he held for so long. But he knows that he's not in line right now, so he's going to do whatever it takes to get back in line. To the top of the line.
Skipper back on the offensive. Boot to the midsection. Back kick right to the stomach. Times the move perfectly and comes springing off the ropes and drives a forearm directly into the head of Killings.
I'll tell you what, Elix Skipper is such a dedicated wrestler. He works out continuously. He just gets himself in the best shape week after week. I mean, the guy is just a phenomenal physical specimen, Mike.
And you can say the same thing about the opposition,
That's right.
Ron Killings.
That's why I said, you look at this matchup here on paper and you see it, and it's just, man, it's almost like mirrored images of these guys.
Skipper takes him up out of the fireman's carry, drops him down, rolls him over. Submission move with the half crab applied. Come on!
Oh, man, Killings trying to slide somehow to the end and grab a rope. Skipper's not letting him do it. Will he tap out here, Mike?
Yeah, Skipper leaning back, putting all of his weight, all of his pressure on the knee. Killings not only trying to fight through the pain, but at the same time, get to the ropes, get the rope break, and that's exactly what he did.
That's just a testament to the strength of one of the two Killings right there. I don't know how he was able to slide across that ring like that and get a hold of the rope.
Skipper.
Here he does it again.
Continues to focus his offense on the left leg of Killings. Ooh, knee to the midsection, just doubled him over.
Skipper, of course.
Goes to the pin. Come on. And now adding a little bit of insult there to injury, taking the forearm, rubbing it right across the face, across the bridge of the nose, and across the eyes and head of Ron Killings. Not even really looking for the pin at that point.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's just, oh, man.
Unique version that time of the, unique version of the axe kick. And it did almost take his head off. Killings in trouble, trying to fight back.
Of course, Elix Skipper, one of the parts of Triple X, which also includes Christopher Daniels and Low Key.
The NWA Tag Champ. Opportunity now for Killings to turn this thing around.
Mamma mia!
Hung himself out on the guardrail, and then Skipper comes back and catches him with a kick.
Oh, my.
Just how quickly the momentum shifted at that point.
Oh, it is. Oh, Elix Skipper right now.
Just when it looked like Killings was going to get back into this match, Skipper takes back over, and Killings fights back from his knees.
Oh, man, that was brutal. Skipper flings him back into the ring.
A lot of offense here from Elix Skipper against the former NWA champ. High risk, top rope move on the way.
Oh, he's got beautiful.
Missile, drop kick, right on target.
This guy's so talented.
Shoulders are down.
Oh, how did the two fight out of that?
Only two.
Oh, Mike, he was. We got to see this. Look how high he's airborne.
Great.
Beautiful kick.
Notice how he lands on his feet.
No
what
kidding.
Incredible agility on the part of Skipper.
Oh, Truth trying to fight back. Doing everything he can. Oh,
takes him drives him down. Did you notice where the impact was at that point as Skipper's jaw crashed down to the shoulder of Ron Killings?
It looks like it took a lot out of Ron the Truth Killings too. He's slow to get up on his end. There's both of them right there.
Almost as if it was a last-ditch effort from Ron Killings. Now, Killings going to try and dig down deep. Fighting back from his knees. Both men, mid-ring, exchange. Punches and forearms. Now to their feet. Killings laying in those rights. Several unanswered shots, and then he nails it. Great forearm
I was going to say, he just had the, it was like an uppercut forearm there. Just literally knocked the chin of Elix Skipper. Holy God, whoa! Man!
With the back body drop.
Boy, how quickly things can change in the ring, Mike.
Diagonally, Skipper sent off into the corner. Killings catches him in the corner with a clothesline. Going to elevate him out of the corner with a suplex.
Beautiful.
Follows through with a pin attempt. One, two, no.
I'll tell you what, after that kick that Skipper did off the top rope, I never thought the Truth would ever get back in this match. And he's not only gotten back in it, right now he's in control of it.
Doubled him over with the boot. There's an axe kick. Christopher Daniels has come out here to ringside, cheering on his tag partner.
Did he get it? No.
Still only two.
Well, I guess he realized that his partner was in major trouble, but I'll tell you what, all that did was give Christopher Daniels a fist to the face. Oh, wait a minute. Skipper's got him.
Belly to belly. Plants him in the middle of the ring. Here's the pin.
No! No, he didn't get it!
Almost there. The interference of Christopher Daniels was enough to allow Skipper to catch an unaware Ron Killings and put him away, but Killings was able to fight out of it and escape it too.
Well, you know, Mike, anytime you go up against any member of Triple X, you've always got to be looking over your shoulder because you never know. They're a great team and they'll solid. Come on, that was unreal!
Sit out front suplex by Killings from the middle rope. The former world's champion.
Here it is, one, two, he got it! He got him!
The winner of the match, The Truth.
And he's going to pay for it!
And now Christopher Daniels with me. Here's the big man, Nelson Knight.
Holy cow!
6'10", well over 500 pounds of Nelson Knight.
Oh! Last time you saw what happened to Christopher Daniels, wait a minute! Oh! Skipper takes it! And The Truth! That's called having your back right there, Mike! That's called having your back, your front, and all four sides. Look at this! Oh, he's a monster!
Gonna stack him in the corner. First we're gonna send, oh, look out!
No! Pancake! Oh, man!
Wow! The big man just squashed both members of Triple X, Daniels and Skipper in the corner. Wow, what a wild situation here at the TNA Asylum. You know, Don, I haven't seen this video yet, but I certainly heard all about it. Eric Watts of the NWA's Next Generation, not able to be in attendance here tonight. However, he has sent in a videotape. Keith Mitchell, if you've got it, roll the tape.
Hey, dude, Jeff, blessings, man. I know we got a big show this week. Wednesday night, probably title shot. You, the man. But what I got to do is that, you know, my humanitarian side of me's got to do some charities. And right now, I'm probably at the world's largest charity prize oil event. You know, celebrities, entertainment, you know, big functions, parties, golf. I think, do you mean won the 2-man scramble today?
I think so.
That's right. But my boy Brian Urlacher, as you know, really wishes you could have been here, man. So me and B are going to hang out. We got to get to the event, bro.
Yeah, we need to get there. And, Jeff, I'm sorry you couldn't be here, dude.
Yeah, was he invited? Hey, man, no. It's okay to be a fan of his. Everyone's a fan of Jess. You're the best, baby. You are the best. Hope to see you next year, if you're invited. Oh, Jeffrey, baby. Don't be a player hater. Listen, I'm just doing the celebrity thing. And it's not just celebrity, but friends. We got Neil McCoy, and man, Ira from Trick Pony here. And they really wish you were here. They love wrestling. They love you,
Yeah,
Jeff.
man. Yeah, Jeff, don't worry. He ain't gonna knock you through a table again. Ain't nothing like that.
There ain't no bats.
No bats. No nothing. Hold on a second. It's Tim McGraw. He wants you to come to his party. Go ahead. It's all
Hey, Tim, listen. Let me try to put it in my schedule. I'd love to come, baby. But I gotta hang on. Oh, hey, Jeff, I'll get back with you. It's just another thing. It's a Watts thing, baby.
See you at Shoney's, Jeff.
We're here. Yes, what's going on, Jeff? Come on. I don't understand, Jeff. As you can see on the train, if you know the big championship fight will someday happen, listen to me, bro. This is what true celebrities do. They hang out with true celebrities. And what you've got right here is praise three quarterbacks the whole time. Griffin, you're damn well right, Jeff. Hey, Jeff, pretty well right. Hey, fight hard tonight because we will be fighting hard too. Fighting for hangovers. Hey, guys. Let's get out of here. God bless America. God bless America. What the hell?
Hey Jeff, again, look, it's a beautiful day. Third day, Price Oil event. The greatest one in the world. And here I am with a good friend of mine, John Daly. Hey John, you're a fan of Jeff, son. Who? Jeff Jarrett. Oh, yeah. I don't, am I? Aren't you kicking his ass? All right. Yeah, you've seen the show. You've seen the show. Hey, Jeff, I'm sorry, man, but we're going to go play some golf. See you, bro.
Don, I don't know about you, but it sounds to me like more mind games from Eric Watts directed towards Jeff Jarrett. Ladies and gentlemen, yet to come tonight here at the TNA Asylum. X Division title match. Jerry Lynn to challenge Kid Cash, as well as the NWA World's title bout. Jeff Jarrett versus D'Lo Brown. But Don, at this point in time, it's time to tell everybody what's going to go down at the Asylum and live on pay-per-view 1 week from tonight.
Oh, we got so much coming up next week. We've told you about the NASCAR Association. Well, Jeff Hammond of Fox Sports and NASCAR will be here next week to analyze and commentate one of the matches. Hermie Sadler will be here with an announcement of a new relationship with NASCAR this season. And then Dusty Rhodes is going to take on Brian Lawler in a ladder match of all things. A ladder match. And Perry Saturn has challenged Mike Martin to one-on-one in the ring. But crowd, you got to get ready for this. It is going to be Sandman's Armed Asylum match. What does that mean? That means strategically placed throughout this building are going to be weapons to be used by Sandman, New Jack, against the Harris brothers. So wherever you're sitting, you better watch out, because anything can happen.
That sounds off the charts. You guys ready for the X Division title match? You got the answer. Let's go to JB. Let's get this thing kicked off. And it is time for the X Division Championship. Need to go over the X factors in this one-on-one matchup involving Kid Cash and Jerry Lynn. Certainly, Jerry Lynn, no stranger as a two-time X Division champ. Cash, the reigning champion. What about Trinity's involvement? That's a question that we'll answer.
This is going to be exciting, Mike. So exciting.
The challenger, Jerry Lynn, to the ring. What an opportunity this is for Jerry Lynn. You know, he actually earned this title shot the same night that Kid Cash won the belt back on February the 12th when he won a 10-man elimination match. He's put aside all the personal glory for that battle with Conan over X Division versus Lucha Libre. But tonight, he's been waiting his turn, and he gets a shot at this man, the champion, Kid Cash, who back on February the 12th defeated Sonny Siaki to capture the X Division title. It's been a 7-week run as champ, and as you can see, Kid Cash coming to the ring looks like he's favoring his left knee.
Yes, Mike, there's a story to that, and I'm gonna tell you about it when the match goes on, because I got to talk to both of them. And yes, Kid Cash did hyperextend his knee.
Now we go to JB.
Ladies and gentlemen, the National Wrestling Alliance in total non-stop action. Entertainment Incorporated officially sanctioned the following bout. When the bell rings, the third man in charge, NWA TNA senior official, Mr. Rudy Charles. Introducing first of all the challenger. He weighs in at 212 pounds and hails from Minneapolis, Minnesota. He is a former X Division champion and the current #1 contender for the X Division Championship of the World. This is Jerry Lynn.
him as the MVP of the X Division. Let's see if he can regain the gold.
And now introducing, from Johnson City, Tennessee, he weighs in at 212 pounds. He is the current reigning and defending X Division champion of the world, Kid Cash.
Don, let's set the stage for everyone. You talked to both of these competitors before this matchup, and I know that they had a one-on-one bout this past weekend in St. Louis, Missouri. Fill us in.
It was a match that was off the charts. In the match, Jerry Lynn hurt Kid Cash, hyperextended his knee, and you've got to give Cash credit for the fact that he's even wrestling today. And I talked to both of them, and Cash said that, you know, he might not be able to do what he normally does, but he was going to defend the X Division Championship, and he wanted to get some revenge on Lynn over it. And I talked to Lynn and asked him if he was going to work on the knee. He said not at all. He's been waiting to get his X Division title. He's going to do it the right way and fighting straight up.
You know, when we went through the X Factors, one of the items was Trinity's involvement. And I think it was something that we had to point out with the repeated instances of Trinity getting involved in the matches of Kid Cash. But after we saw Trinity laid out earlier tonight with that DDT.
I was going to say, after what Raven did at Trinity, you're not going to see her the rest of the night, Mike. There is no way.
So maybe we'll find out under circumstances without Trinity at ringside if Kid Cash is up to the task here in this X Division title defense against Jerry Lynn. No help from Trinity for Kid Cash tonight.
Well, I'll tell you what, if he wins it, he deserves it. He, like I said, with the injury to the left knee and without Trinity in his corner, and he's taking on the best the X Division has to offer, two-time champion Jerry Lynn. I'll tell you what, Kid Cash pulls this off, you got to give him his kudos, Mike.
You know, I almost have like polarized opinions on Kid Cash. Number one, I have to agree with you that he's showing a lot of guts, courage, and determination by coming out for this X Division title match. But how about that weaselly thing that he did earlier tonight when he stayed there on the ramp while Trinity took the DDT from Raven, and he did not come to her rescue?
No, he showed his true colors right there. I'll tell you something, he should have been grateful for Trinity, because without her, I don't think he'd be in this position that he's in. But you know what it is, Mike? Jealousies and egos can get in the way, and he was just hearing too much of that, and people were doubting his ability, and I think it just got to him.
Great action in the opening minutes of this X Division title bout. The deep arm drags by Jerry Lynn have Kid Cash on the defensive, and he tries to slow things down at this point by staying in the corner.
Kid Cash just motioned to referee Charles, pointed to his knee. I think he's, I don't know what he was doing. Maybe warning the referee to look for him to, if Jerry works on it or not, but I don't think that's going to be a problem. The crowd is definitely behind Jerry Lynn, Mike.
Extension of the hand here.
You saw that. He went to stand and poked him in the eyes.
Only to take the shortcut. Scoop of the mid-ring slam, but Lynn answers. Counters back. Nice hip toss takeover.
You know, I just hate to see this with Cash, because he showed such class early on as the X Division champion. It's almost like he's just kind of lost it, Mike.
See if Lynn can bridge out of this. That's exactly what he does. Attempted a backside.
There it is.
Gets two. Double underhook. Kid Cash going to take Lynn into the air. Lynn trying to fight it off.
I'll tell you what, these two have had so many great matches together. They're not strangers to each other in any way, shape, or form.
Version of the Gory Special here applied by Jerry Lynn. Almost turns it into an airplane spin. Cash down to his feet and down to his back after the clothesline by Lynn.
Oh, man. A lot of people, again, like you mentioned, Jerry Lynn has been the #1 contender for this title for a long time. Of course, he got caught up with Conan and the Luchador invasion there and trying to prove his point about how great the X Division was. But now that seems to be settled for him and Conan talked earlier today.
That was my take on that situation. You saw it as well as I did, the sit-down interview that we aired earlier tonight involving Jerry Lynn and Conan, where they seemingly put their differences aside.
Oh, what a smart move by Cash.
Is Cash going to fly here?
If he can.
Apron back kick. He's going to charge and run off the apron. And, Now hit the Hurricane Rana.
Oh, man, and he grabs his leg. Grabs his knee right there.
Favoring that injured left knee, but it...
He may have been kind of a weasel today here, Mike, but he's showing great courage. You got to give him that. He's showing great courage.
I mean, that's exactly what I talked about earlier. You can talk about both sides of it with Kid Cash. Sure, it's a gutsy, courageous performance in this match. You know why? Because his X Division title is on the line.
Absolutely. Against somebody who's not only wore that belt, has worn it twice and wants it again.
Doesn't want Trinity to steal the spotlight from him.
You know, and when I was talking to Jerry, he was just so happy to be ready to refocus on the X Division again. Focus on the title. I mean, these two. Mike, I remember. Wait a minute. Whoa. Oh, Cash just screamed him right there.
Nice series of moves by the champ, Kid Cash. Off the spinning neck breaker. Comes
Here it
right
is.
back, drops him on his head, goes for the pin and gets two.
I mean, I myself almost 3 months ago traveled to Memphis and then up to Missouri just to see these two wrestle in both places. They were wrestling against each other just because they're such great competitors. Oh, man, look at this.
Two great talents, the best that the X Division can offer. #1 contender Jerry Lynn and the champ Kid Cash.
You know, this has got to be different for Jerry Lynn. He's had to face so many surprises week in, week out, not knowing who he was going to face, all the different styles, you know, of the luchadors that Conan brought him, and now he's got to get refocused, Mike, on the X Division.
And how did Jerry Lynn do in those matchups against the luchadors?
I can only think of one time he wasn't victorious.
That's right, only one loss. That was that tag match with Conan and Juventud Guerrera a couple of weeks ago. Lynn back to his feet. Repeated stomps to Kid Cash. Now he's going to take him and drive him face first into the top turnbuckle.
I mean, what a night that people have here tonight. Not only do they get to see all the great action that they've seen, they get to see Cash and Lynn, and then coming up, Jeff Jarrett and D'Lo Brown for the World Championship.
And so much more at stake with that World's Heavyweight title, because if D'Lo Brown wins, the belt goes to Sex. Tilt the world back.
Here it is. Two. It's done.
No.
No. He fought it out.
Lynn goes right back. Kid Cash.
Did you
think the knee went out on him there? He elevated Lynn, dropped him throat first across that top steel cable.
And there he is, grabbing. You could see the force it took him to throw Lynn into the ropes. Cost him, but you know what? You got to suck it up, Mike.
Diving splash. No, Lynn does suck it up and kick out at two.
The way I look at it is, if you're going to go out there, then you don't have the right to use your knee as an excuse.
And
you don't have the right.
Answered Kid Cash. Rudy says he's the man in charge in this match. Cash slow to take advantage, but back on the offensive. Not just choking, blatantly, right in front of referee Rudy Charles, choking the life out of Lynn.
Well, he's going to have to do something. I think, you know, the submission route is probably the best route for Cash to go right now. Do whatever you can to take Jerry Lynn off his game.
Oh, shoulder block in the corner. The challenger sends the champ.
Oh.
The champ is ready as Kid Cash caught him with the boom. Double spring.
He got it.
Two.
Oh.
No.
Did he get it?
No. Again, only two. Lynn able to escape.
Oh, man, I don't know. It looked like three, Mike. But Rudy Charles doesn't give it to him. There's still life left in Jerry Lynn.
Rudy Charles has the final verdict, and he says no, only a 2 count. Lynn able to hook that top rope.
Boy, Jerry Lynn has got to do something to get some momentum back here. Cash, through it all, has somehow, look at this. Cash is just showing an amazing display of talent and pure desire not to give up that belt, Mike.
Cash gonna go springboard. Lynn caught him coming in with a drop kick, both men down.
I gotta be honest with you, if you'd have told me that an injured Cash without Trinity would even have a chance against Jerry Lynn, I'd have laughed at you. Oh, beautiful counter there by Jerry Lynn on that. Unreal.
Yeah, Jerry Lynn saw the springboard move coming, able to get the legs up, caught Kid Cash in mid-move with the drop kick. We go back live. Both men back to their feet. Blocks the punch, does Lynn. Caught him with a right, drives another right to the head of Cash. Repeated shots to the head. Now going to shoot him off into the ropes. Cash ducks the clothesline. Lynn ducks the clothesline. Oh, Lynn plants him.
There it goes.
Out of the corner.
Jerry Lynn's got it. Oh, he nailed it perfectly, Mike.
Mid-rope leg drop.
That's it.
Pin it in.
1, 2. Oh, Cash will not give it up.
Again, the challenger can sense that championship belt. Cash is held by Lynn.
Gotta have it. How is Cash fighting out of this? Mike, how long has he been champion?
7 weeks. Back on February the 12th is when Kid Cash defeated Sonny Siaki to win that championship belt. And Jerry Lynn has been waiting almost 2 months for his shot at Kid Cash. He gets it tonight, trying to take advantage of it, but Kid Cash is able to come back. Go for another cover. He can get another two. Incredible series of near falls.
I'll tell you what, Mike, I would have never thought that they could have kept this match so far close to the ground and it be this exciting, and they've done it.
And it really has been an incredible pace. Double underhook now by Cash. Yeah! Lynn fighting it off. Don't know if he was going to try for the moneymaker there. But regardless, Lynn able to avoid the high impact move.
Oh, Cash has got his stick right there. Holy cow!
Caught him with knees. Drops his hands. Goes for the pin and another 2 count.
How did he get out of that? Mike, they have just literally been beating each other to death. Oh, did you see Jerry Lynn? Here it is. 1, 2. You got to be kidding me.
Well, this is what the X division is all about. The super competitive division with absolutely no limits.
Mike, the way these two are going, it's going to be a long wait for that title match between D'Lo and Jarrett. These two don't want to quit. Oh, the referee just got knocked out.
Lynn took him up into a fireman's carry. It appeared that he was going to go for the TKO.
What in the world? What just...
Who the hell was dancing?
What in the world?
You just attacked Lynn? No.
What? Oh, I thought Conan said it was the... What just happened, Mike? What just happened?
I think we just bought into Conan's bull.
The winner of the match, and still X Division champion of the world, Kid Cash.
He was not going to let Jerry Lynn win that X Division. That's my opinion.
And another mystery luchador that cuts off Jerry Lynn, enabling Kid Cash to retain the championship belt.
And you know what? Cash didn't even need to win that way. He was doing so incredibly well out there. I'm telling you that it was just wrong, Mike. Just wrong.
On deck, the NWA World Heavyweight title. Before we get to that, let's take a look at the history between these two.
And the business at hand is the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. Nothing more in this world that I want to be than to call myself World Champ. What I'm hearing again is that you want a handout.
Raven is the #1 contender. If there's going to be an NWA title match tonight, it's going to be sanctioned by Sports Entertainment Extreme. You're going to get your NWA title shot. But there is a condition. Sports Entertainment Extreme is going to represent you in your corner. And if you win the title, D'Lo, and believe me, you will win the title. Instead of taking that belt up that ramp, you're going to take that belt and march it back into that locker room and become the next member of the Sports Entertainment Extreme family. What do you say, D'Lo?
Wow.
How bad does he want the championship, Mike? How bad does he want the title?
It's up to D'Lo. What's the decision going to be?
Next week
how's it gonna feel when your ass is down with the Brown?
We got our answer. Cheer shots from everybody. Down goes Daniels.
Never thought I'd see the day when Jarrett come into the wrestling.
These are the two that we're going to see next week. NWA World Title on the line, and so much more. D'Lo Brown and Jeff Jarrett next week. And D'Lo Brown goes the title. The title belt goes to Sports Entertainment Extreme.
You know, Jeff, you lied to me. You said there was no glass ceiling here in NWA TNA. Well, by the number of stitches in my head, I just banged my head against it. But what you fail to realize is I just busted right through the damn thing. Next week, NWA World Heavyweight Championship comes home to me.
Incredible video package from Jeremy Borash lays it all out for you because it's time for the NWA World Heavyweight Title match. Backstage, warming up, the challenger, D'Lo Brown, certainly familiar with the pressure of high-profile title bouts as a former WWE Intercontinental Champion. Let's go to the tail of the tape. The challenger on the right, the champ on the left. You see that D'Lo has a height and weight advantage. That's countered by Jeff Jarrett's experience edge. Yes, Jarrett, the longest reign of the TNA era as NWA champ. The lowdown versus the stroke, and yes, the future of the National Wrestling Alliance. And total nonstop action is at stake. And there you see warming up the world's heavyweight champion, Jeff Jarrett. He puts the title on the line tonight, not only against D'Lo Brown, but also against Sports Entertainment Extreme, because they take over the championship if D'Lo is victorious. What a shift in power, what a shift in control that would be, Don.
Absolutely, Mike Tenay. Everything is on the line right now. NWA TNA is on the line right now.
Whoa!
Wait a minute! It's already started!
In the back, D'Lo Brown on the attack!
They're not waiting for announcements! He just decided to get payback after Jarrett blindsided him last week!
And here we go, you can see the incredible action backstage! D'Lo Brown on the attack! The challenger has the champion reeling here in the opening minute of this match!
Oh! I'll tell you what, I have to admit it though, turnabout's fair play. As D'Lo was walking away last week, Jeff blindsided him with a chair, and I guess D'Lo wasn't going to wait to let that happen again, Mike.
Action continues throughout the asylum. It's been all D'Lo Brown.
Jarrett's trying to fight back.
Jeff doing a pretty good job of it, trying to stop this assault from D'Lo, using everything within his power.
He just went right at the cut on D'Lo's head again. I'll tell you what, it's amazing that D'Lo is even here after the blow he took. You saw him in the hospital. Unreal. He was smart.
Another chair shot by Jarrett.
I'll tell you what, though, D'Lo was quick reaction that time, got the hands up. He's got to do whatever he can to protect that major cut that he's got on his head. Oh, and he lays one right back on him, Mike.
D'Lo with the chair to Jarrett, and then follows up the advantage with repeated kicks to the chest.
I'll tell you what, the crowd had no idea this was going to happen. It is all over the ring right now.
All over the TNA asylum. I wish they'd get in the ring.
Well, that's right, man. All over this.
Doing?
What in the world? Well, you know he's going to do everything he can so that D'Lo can win this championship.
Of course, because of the effects of that championship belt, if D'Lo Brown is successful, of course, power, control, goes to Sports Entertainment Extreme. If Jarrett retains, the tradition of the NWA remains strong. We can't emphasize enough the importance of this championship match.
I'll tell you what, I've just never seen the look in D'Lo's eyes like you're seeing here tonight. He has just got an anger and a focus that I've just never seen before. I mean, look at him, Mike.
Repeated right hands from D'Lo Brown to the head of the championship. Jarrett has Jarrett in trouble. Yes, Gilberti is still out here at ringside.
I'll tell you what, you know, we saw Jeff earlier, and he seemed on edge, or even like you said, over the edge. I think he just knew he was in for maybe more than he can handle tonight.
Pin attempt. And a 2 count for D'Lo Brown. You know, I think I noticed it last week during that sit-down interview that I had with Jeff Jarrett. Very uneasy situation, and certainly a different side of Jeff that we've seen in recent weeks. I mean, I just attribute it to these forces coming from every angle, to the pressure that goes along with being the NWA World's Heavyweight Champion.
I'll tell you, Mike, I don't know who it was that got through to D'Lo and talked to him about this match, whether it was Gilberti or all the guys in Sports Entertainment Extreme. But D'Lo has literally come out like a house of fire, and he realizes there's maybe only one way he can get that belt, and that's to totally change the game plan anybody would have had.
And judging by the way the opening minutes of this contest have gone, I think it's pretty obvious that 4+ month title reign of Jeff Jarrett as champion is in jeopardy.
Oh, it's absolutely in jeopardy.
Steel chair.
I have to admit, if I was D'Lo Brown, I'd look for every opportunity I can to get the payback. Oh, Jeff Jarrett.
Precarious position. The steel chair.
He got it. He got it. There he goes.
Jarrett taking the ball down. Face first goes D'Lo into the steel.
I'll tell you what. Here it is.
Oh, position. He just rocked D'Lo. Sent him right into the table, and Jarrett.
He just slammed him down, and the crowd going nuts, and Jeff Jarrett has got the momentum.
Jarrett puts the boots to D'Lo, now drives in those right hands. Great shot to the side of the head of Brown.
Oh, I'll tell you what, somewhere along the line, Mike, he woke up and realized his belt is on the line.
Jarrett's got the steel chair.
No.
Blocked by Gilberti. DDT on the floor from D'Lo Brown after the distraction on the part of Gilberti.
Mike,
what do you know about fair fight?
Mike, they've not even been in the ring yet. Oh, man.
D'Lo rolls Jarrett back in. After the DDT on the floor, D'Lo in control, hooks on the sleeper.
That's a move we've seen Jeff Jarrett use so many times.
Many times. And let's see if Jarrett's familiarity with the sleeper will allow him to fight this off, will allow him to break the move. And D'Lo has it cinched in. Notice the ring positioning. He's got him hooked in the middle of the ring.
Jarrett's got to know it. Oh, wait a minute. He is totally losing oxygen here. Oh, man, are we going to see a submission?
Jarrett going out. Referee Andrew Thomas checking to see if it's a chokehold. Obviously determining that it isn't. Sleeper hold applied. That's one.
Oh, look at the...
Look at D'Lo's eyes.
He can feel it. He can feel it. Here it is. Oh, he's summoning up everything he's got. Everything he's got.
Picks up to his feet. Repeated elbow to the middle. Off the rope, and he walks right into the sleeper, but it's reversed. Jarrett has him elevated. High vertical suplex takeover on Brown.
Oh, man, Jarrett had to do something, but Jarrett's got to know that he's in there alone. Gilberti's on the outside. He knows he's got to keep his eye out on him. And D'Lo's enough right now tonight to have to deal with by himself, let alone Gilberti.
This is what it boils down to. D'Lo Brown, if he wins, the championship belt goes to Sports Entertainment Extreme. Jeff Jarrett fighting for the 50-plus year tradition of the NWA. And Jarrett answers every offensive move by Brown. To the rope.
He's got him.
Super extension with the back body drop. Again, Jarrett.
Beautiful kick by Jarrett.
Great drop kick. Directed at the head of D'Lo Brown.
Mike, The momentum has completely changed, and Jarrett is totally in control. Well, he was.
D'Lo able to float over.
Oh, wait a minute. He's...
D'Lo Brown trying to beat Jarrett with his own one.
There it is. Two. No!
The look of exasperation on the face of D'Lo Brown tells the entire story. He can't believe that Jarrett kicked out at 2.
Jarrett just slammed D'Lo down.
Powerbomb 2. No! Both men trying to use moves made famous by the other, but neither can put the opponent away.
Mike, this is for all the marbles right here. So much at stake. So much at stake.
Think of the great NWA title bouts we've seen as Jarrett makes contact with referee Andrew Thomas.
I think
Gilberti in the ring.
I think Jarrett thought that was Gilberti. Honestly, I do. Oh, wait a minute. No, it can't end like this.
Gilberti lays out Jarrett. Motions to D'Lo to cover him.
It can't end like this.
With the referee. Slowly getting
Gilberti's getting there. 1, 2. Here it is. No. Oh. Thank goodness it took the referee a little bit longer to get there and gave Jarrett just enough time to get the strength to get out of that.
Jeff Jarrett digs down deep, knows that he's fighting for the tradition of people like Dusty Rhodes, Harley Race, the Funks, Ricky Steamboat, Lou Thez, Jack Briscoe, all the great NWA champions. And he took out the referee again. Down goes Andrew.
Great move by D'Lo Brown as he saw it coming, and he just got out of the way. And again,
Mike Sanders is taking a title belt. He's got the title belt off our table here. Get the camera on Sanders. Oh no!
Oh! Sanders!
Jarrett with the championship belt. Sports Entertainment Extreme is doing everything within their power to get the title belt.
Well, that answered some questions I had, Mike. I thought that Mike Sanders might be leaving Sports Entertainment Extreme, but he's not, and here it is.
Andrew Thomas revived. One, count 2. No way.
No, only 2. You gotta be kidding. D'Lo can't believe it.
And
Sanders can believe it. And Gilberti's laid out.
D'Lo shoots off Jarrett. Jarrett ducks the clothesline. Both men go for the clothesline. Both men down.
Jeff Jarrett, though, is going to have to overcome some mighty odds here, Mike. Sanders, Gilberti, D'Lo, Sports Entertainment Extreme wants that belt. What in the world? What is going on?
Raven as well coming out, and we know that Raven feels it's his destiny to be NWA champ, and again sitting in the corner. Sanders measures him.
Wait a minute.
Super kick D'Lo by mistake.
Holy cow, Sanders was trying to help. Jarrett saw it coming.
Here comes the skull.
He's got it.
Here comes the penitent.
1, 2.
Got it. He keeps the belt.
The winner of the match, and still NWA Heavyweight Champion of the World, Jeff Jarrett.
Sanders backfires. Raven turns Jarrett around now. Security immediately from the back sprints to the ring to try and separate these two. Jarrett against all odds.
Well, there's Gilberti.
The NWA World's title. He retains the belt against D'Lo Brown despite the repeated attempts and interference from Mike Sanders.
Well, Raven's letting him know, Mike, that he's next. He's next. Well, wait a minute.
Here come the troops. Siaki, Harris brothers.
Gilberti. What happened to Sanders? Did he just leave? Sanders went to help out D'Lo and just totally...
Look at this. Jarrett says, clear the ring. Bring it on, Raven. Jarrett asking security to clear the ring. They do. Now Raven tells Siaki and Harris as well to get out of the ring.
They're going to get it on right here. Raven, who's next in line.
He feels it's his destiny to be NWA champ, and here we go.
Wait a
Raven
minute.
Here. Alexis Lorraine.
What in the world?
Recruited earlier tonight by Raven, you'll recall.